think this is the perfect makeup look for you if you still want to look natural but still flawless. You know, that clean, simple, natural glam that's just so beautiful and your skin just looks glowy. Like, this is the look. So if you want to learn how I achieve this look, keep watching because I'm going to break everything down for you. And it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, I got you. So let's get right started. So I'm going to try to keep this makeup tutorial really simple, but before we even begin makeup, I always preach this. It's very important to have a clean face, and you want to go in with a moisturizer. See, I'm just using a simple one from Cetaphil here. The moisturizer is important because it helps to hydrate the face and have the makeup have something to blend into. Okay, so this is going to allow the face to look more natural. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is face oil. This is not a must step, but I found that it really helps the skin to have an extra glowiness to it, and that's the look I was going for with this makeup. So if you have dry skin or normal skin, try this step and let me know what you think. I think the makeup comes out looking a bit more glowy and it's just radiant. So try this step, you know, if you have dry or normal skin. So I'm just applying the oil and I'm just getting it all over her face just like that. So now I'm going to go to foundation application. Now we have prepared her skin, and I'm going in with my favorite foundation, and this is the Nars Natural Radiance Foundation. I like it because it gives a very natural skin finish, and I think that the colors work very well with women of color. So you see me here, I'm applying 2 different shades. However, I found that the first shade, Macao, was a lot like her skin tone, so I didn't do too much blending of the 2 foundations. I mainly used Macao on her face because I found it was a good match. So how I do it is I just apply some all around the face, then I grab this little stippling brush from Real Techniques and I just take my time and pat the foundation into the skin. And as you can see, that oil that we applied has the face looking so beautiful and luminous. Like, you see, once you apply your makeup and you see it coming out looking like this, like glowy, you know that the final result is going to look amazing. So here's the finished product after I finish patting the foundation onto her skin. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie to you, this little next clip got deleted of me applying the contour initially, but I'm going to show you how I do it once more. So basically, I just get my KKAÖ Beauty Sun Sculpt Bronzing Stick, which is my absolute favorite because it bronzes and sculpts the face at the same time for the most natural glow and softly sculpted face. So you have to get this if you don't have it, but basically I just rub my brush against the product and I brush it onto the face just like this. So take a screenshot, okay? You want to get the contour on the perimeters of the forehead like this. You want to also get it on the cheekbones, the actual cheekbones, and I can tag more detailed videos below on how I do this. And as you can see, I also contour the nose by bringing the contour from right underneath the eyebrows down the sides of the nose bridge, and I'll tag a video below for you that's going to assist you with contour placement and application. Okay, so now let us see how we're going to blend out this contour, especially on the cheeks. So look, I grabbed my brush. This brush is from Shein. I get lots of questions on it. I absolutely love it. It's called the Clip Design Foundation Brush. I'll tag it below. And basically you want to go against the contour and literally gently brush it away. I think this is a very simple, easy, fun way of blending out your contour. As you can see, I'm just like brushing it. Isn't it so cool? And you actually see the product being blended out very nicely. And this is one of the reasons why I love this Sun Sculpt Bronzing Stick, is because it's so easy, it's so beginner friendly to use. Okay, so you see I'm just brushing up the contour, and that is my way of gently just blending it out. And of course we have to get that line at the end of the contour, so we have to also pat against it to blur that line a bit. And I'm just using that same brush with my foundation on it to blend against the edge of the contour to make sure that everything is looking natural and that there are no harsh lines. And I also get that transition between the under eye brightness, right, and the contour, that transition there, I pat against it with my foundation brush to ensure that there's no sharp lines or any unnatural looking edges. So here we go. I am doing what I did before, which is apply the concealer after the contour, right? A tad bit. You see, I just did a 1 dot there, and then I'm patting it in with this brush from Real Techniques. And I'll try to tag more brushes this time. Going forward, I'm going to try to emphasize on brushes because I see that people have questions about brushes, okay? So I usually use a lot more product when I'm blending, but I usually blend with a sponge. When you're blending with a brush, however, you don't need a lot of product because the brush will move the product around, and unlike the sponge, it actually takes the product up off the face, okay? So when I'm blending, I just pat. And as well for this look, I kind of wanted to blend that highlighting concealer onto the eyelid. So I took some onto my model's eyelid as well. And as you can see, I'm just patting very well to make sure that the product is nice and smooth. Now, if you're not so good with blending with brushes, you can use a sponge. So here I'm using a sponge, but I just use the sponge for just extra flawlessness. Now the next step is to ensure that our nose contour doesn't look too harsh. So I'm just blending against it, you know, to soften it out. And how I do this is I literally go right against the contour and blend back and forth against the contour line, and as well as back and forth from the contour onto the foundation that is coming up onto the nose until it's blended flawlessly. So the next step is liquid blush, and I like to use liquid blush because I feel like it just adds a soft feminine flush of color on the cheeks, you know, to add some vibrancy and, you know, just femininity to the makeup. And how I do this is I just apply the liquid blush in dots along the highest point of the cheekbone. Then I use this brush from Real Techniques and I just pat against it up and down. And if there's too much product on your brush, you feel like it's becoming too much, just wipe away some on a napkin and blend up and down the cheekbone in a zigzag motion like this, just to ensure that the liquid blush is being blended into the under eye highlights as well as the bronzer. So this next step is meant to assist you to clean up your makeup so that your makeup looks more polished and professional, as well as help to snatch your cheekbone and to make your contour look more prominent on your face. So I just applied that same foundation right underneath the cheekbone, and I'm just going ahead and blending it out with my foundation brush. So as you can see, the air is becoming really clean and the cheekbones are popping out even more. But don't forget to go and pat a bit against the edge of the contour, right? So you have a nice transition and so that nothing looks too harsh, okay? Now I promise you makeup is gonna come out looking so bomb if you keep following these steps. So the next step I'm going to do is set, kind of bake the under eye. So I set and bake at the same time. So I'm just placing a whole bunch of powder under the eyes. Don't press it in, okay? Just place it there, a whole bunch under both eyes, and you just want to leave it there. Then you're going to take that same little brush away the excess powder and pat around the mouth, the chin, because we don't need too much baking there. And don't forget, this is very important, to go by the under eye area where you have that cheekbone area where you applied your liquid blush and blend away the excess powder there, because you don't want that to interfere with your setting of your contour. So you must blend away that cheek area, that whole cheek area that has any powder on it, okay? Now, here's the reason why you have to make sure that the cheek area has no extra loose setting powder on it, because now we're gonna go in and set our contour, okay? And I'm setting contour using this amazing product that so many people love, the KKAÖ Beauty Artist Essential Powder Palette. It has so many, like 12 different shades of different HD powders, and it's so great. So I just grabbed a color from it and I'm literally setting her contour and bronzing her face at the same time to give her this beautiful melanin glow. Don't you love it? It's gorgeous. And this part is pretty simple. You just get some powder on the brush and you just pat it against the face. You don't want to brush the powder onto the face. You want to pat it onto the face when you're setting, okay? So the next thing is nose contour. Now I'm grabbing a shade of powder from the same powder palette, and you can see the powder that I'm using, and I'm just going to pat against the nose contour to set it, and then you can sweep back and forth on the nose for extra contouring. Now this is very important. Before you even contour the nose, please ensure that you grab some setting powder and pat it all over the nose so that the nose contour doesn't come out looking blotchy, okay? Then after that, you can go in and do your contouring on your nose. The next thing I'm gonna do is her eyebrows. So I'm just gonna comb her eyebrow hairs up just to groom them a tad bit. Then I'm gonna be using this eyebrow sculpting gel. Please use a tad bit because it can make the eyebrows get a bit sticky. Yes, I just grabbed that little spoolie, dip it into the brow sculpt gel and brush it upwards. And I'm just doing this little trick. Don't do this if you're not sure about it, but I'm just cutting away the excess long hair at the top to neaten the brow shape. And I'm going to be using brow gel for this, which is like not so, I don't just usually do this so often, but she had beautiful brows and I wanted like a natural brow look. So I'm just using this little brow gel and this little angled brow brush, and I'm just creating a few strokes in the eyebrows because their eyebrows are really full naturally, so I really didn't have to do too much. And I wanted natural brows to go with this whole natural simple makeup that I was doing. So just got a few strokes in her eyebrows, nothing crazy. Upward strokes, slightly slighted strokes towards the arch of the brow, and I kept doing that until I was satisfied with how the brows look. Okay, now the next step is to conceal under the brows to neaten the brows. Okay, so for this I think the foundation. Yeah, I used the foundation instead of the concealer, but use the concealer if you need to get your eyebrows like groomed. Like say if you have like extra hair, it needs to be cleaned up, please use concealer. But if you don't, just use some foundation, and yeah, just clean up, just create a line underneath the brows, and I'm going to drag it down to make it easy for me to blend out for my eyeshadow. I'm not even gonna lie to you, if you're not like a makeup artist, don't try this step, because now I'm applying concealer above the eyebrows, and you have to be careful if you don't know what you're doing, because you can kind of remove the foundation that's above the eyebrow. So only do this if you're a pro. So I just barely, and if you want to try it, just how you do it is you just gently barely rub your concealer above your brows to clean it up, right? And then you use a little blending brush and you just pat against the concealer until it's blended out. All right, so for the next step, I'm going to be bringing down that foundation onto the eyelid, you know, because it's going to help me to create like a little eyeshadow primer. And then I'm going to go in with like a cream base. You can use concealer if you don't have this, okay? And you just apply it all over the eyelid, like a light concealer all over the eyelid. This is going to create a clean canvas so that your eyeshadow can come out looking brighter, okay, and last longer. Then I'm going to be using my Artist Essential powder palette as my eyeshadow. So I'm just grabbing this brown here because I wanted a neutral look. So I'm just blending a bit in circles, right, towards the outer region of the eye. Now, this is nothing fancy. Don't take a whole bunch of precision. We just want to get some brown on the eyelids, to be honest, okay? And I'm blending back and forth, right, from the front of the brow and into the middle of the crease. Then we're going to go in with a light brown color, like a really light color, matte color, and I'm just going to pat it onto the front region of the eyelid because we're going for this clean matte neutral eye look, okay? Nothing crazy. Then when you're done that, you want to blend the brown, the dark brown into the light brown to create a nice transition using that same first blending brush, okay? Now I love to use brown eyeliner instead of black eyeliner because I think it gives the face a softer look. But if you're darker skin tone, you can use black because it'll pop more against your skin. Yeah, but I'm using brown because it's a bit more soft than black, and I'm just applying it in the waterline. And then I'm gonna just blend it out with a brush here, right, for a softer look. So I'm going to keep the look simple. So I'm just going to use that same brown eyeliner that we used for the bottom of the eye and drop some right on the lash line. And then I'm just going to blend it out. So that blended look is going to give the eye a sultry look. Very cute. Okay, try that one. To blend it out, you want to use a brush that is on the thinner side and a bit stiff, right? So it assists you to move the eyeliner back and forth. This eyeliner is also waterproof, so you want to move quickly right after you apply the line so it doesn't dry up and make it hard for you to blend out. Now the next step is going to be lip, and if you don't know by now, I love to overline the lip. I don't care, just love that. If you don't do that, you don't have to do this part. But yeah, how I do this is I just ask the client, or I would just seal if I was doing my own makeup, I'd just seal my lips a bit and then draw the line slightly above the lip line. Well, I actually applied that directly above the lip line, but if you're just trying this out for the first time, just want to go slightly above the lip line, okay? And then for the bottom of the lip, you follow the natural lip line. Don't go crazy on that part. Now, once you have your lip line nicely done, then you can apply your nude lip in the center. I'm using the KKAÖ Beauty Sexy Lip Kit for this one. I love it. It's just the perfect nude. Yeah, so try that if you're looking for a really nice nude. It's actually a set of 3 nude like melted lipsticks. The next thing I'm going to do is apply my favorite little beauty supply lip gloss. Let me tell you something. I don't do a lip without putting this clear stuff over it, okay? It just makes the lip look so much sexier. And I know I could just use like a glossy nude lip, but let me tell you something. When you use that melted lipstick and put the clear gloss on top of it, it just lasts way longer than just a regular glossy nude lip gloss. But anyways, next thing is blush. Ooh, my favorite part. And I'm mixing these 2 colors. One is peachy, one is pinky, and I'm just patting it on the highest point of the cheekbone. Now, when you do this, it's important that you don't brush away that same setting powder that's on the eye. You literally want to apply the blush right by the highest point of the cheekbone and kind of blend it into the under eye setting powder that's still on the face baking, okay? This is going to give you that airbrushed, professional, like baby doll, like girl, who did you make up? Like, your makeup look good, that type of look. Okay, now the next thing I'm gonna do is bronze up the face a bit more because I'm loving a bronze goddess look, and I'm using the KKAÖ Beauty Sun Baked bronzer for this. It's amazing. Those who know, as you can see, it's just adding that extra warmth to the face. Oh my god, like, you ever do your makeup and it looks flat and just missing something? This is what you're missing. Try this as a woman of color. Okay, now I'm gonna brush away my setting powder under the eyes, and as you can see, it looks amazing. It literally looks buttery and beautiful, and this makeup is coming out so beautifully. And I love when the makeup is like finishing and the model gets more confident, and look at her smiling. She's so beautiful. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is oh my god, I can't speak, add some highlighter down the bridge of her nose. Don't mind me, I'm Jamaican, okay? Sometimes I forget my H's. Yeah, so let's get some highlighter on the nose, right? I like to use a stiff brush for this because it just helps to really get it just right down the nose. Like, let's give it like a bright, striking line of highlight. And I'm get some in the front of the eye, also on the highest point of the cheekbone right there, just a tad bit, not too much. Don't make the line too long. Then I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush setting spray. This is so good if you have dry or normal skin because it's going to really hydrate your face a bit and give you that natural, like really like rich skin look. And that's the final look. I hope you guys loved it so much. I can't lie, I kind of rushed through the voice note because I'm really busy this week. But thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your friends, and let me know if you have any more requests down below. Love you. See you in the next video. Bye.